Well, hello YouTubers. I'm up in an area where I was happy to find out that our state water agency had bought about 2,000 acres of land to protect it forever. So I was driving around seeing if there was any fire roads going into the land that they purchased, but I saw a couple, but they were posted with no trespassing signs on it. I guess they're still going through all the paperwork and all the stuff they're going to do with the preserve if they're going to open it up at some point. But I'm just happy that we've got another 2,000 acres of land saved from development, so that always makes me happy. So there's another little trail nearby, so I figured since I'm here I'll walk on this trail. It's kind of nice. It's pretty clean, clear path. Don't have to put any bug spray on. The only thing I worry about is ticks. The skeeters don't like my blood, so I got that going for me. So anytime I don't have to put the bed bugs, I guess, the bug spray on, I kind of like it. I don't like to put it on all the time, but there's lots of flowers out. There's always something blooming every month in Florida. And if you like flowers, it's a good thing. Which, if I remember correctly, I think Florida means the land of the flowers, so in Spanish. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. That's what it means. Alrighty, since this is technically more of a fire road than a trail, I'm going to lump this in the horse trails and fire roads series. So I'll stop rambling on for a bit, and if I see anything interesting, I'll check back in. This is kind of interesting to me. It's kind of in the shape of an arrow, and I could see a little lightly trampled down little trail here, which tells me there might be a little stealth camp out that way. I'm not going to get involved with that today. I have too much stuff going on, but I'll leave it be for now. But it seems like that's what it is. Sometimes you get people that want to do stealth camping and things like that. So I'm just going to stay on the nice, not overgrown fire road here. But it's always good to always be observant in your surroundings at all times, whether you're walking down a city street or in the woods. You know, you always have to be aware of potential dangerous situations and be ready to respond in like manner as well. So you always have to be, just like the animals, they're always aware, you know. They're constantly looking and smelling, and you have to be like that most anywhere in the world these days. You know, it's a good skill to have. It's an ancient skill. You know, our ancestors had to rely on skills like that. But as we've gotten too civilized and soft, you know, we rely on it less and we become victims. So always scan your horizon. Look back a lot. You know, I'll stop and I'll look back, make sure, you know, no one's following me or anything. But it's also good too to get an idea what the trail looks like where you've already passed through it, so you can kind of get a general idea that you're on the right trail. I mean, this is a pretty hard fire road to get lost, as long as, you know, it's not going to happen. It's wide, spacey, and you know, it's not dim in any areas, so as far as getting lost, don't have to worry about that. But you should always constantly be aware. You know, now you know why those squirrels look so skittish all the time, and they're looking around. They have, you know, hawks from the air, threats on the ground, and you've got to be in a constant state of alert. So that's just the way it is. Alright, I'm gonna look back. See, there's another little sign there. Someone put a little hunter flag there. I don't know. I don't think they allow hunting. This is a small tract, so I'd be surprised if they did, but maybe they do. Alright, I'll check back in later. It's eerily silent today. I don't hear any birds. It's not as hot as it normally is, too, for August. It's kind of weird. A bit unnerving. I mean, I haven't heard or seen any wildlife at all. There we go. Some sort of bug just flew by me. Alright. I'll check back in again if there's something interesting. Quite often when I'm camping in unfamiliar areas, whenever I come to a crossroads, we got a road here, this trail here, is make a little sign in the dirt, which road, which way to go. It makes sense. Keeps you from getting out of some trouble when you get lost. So it's a good tactic. I highly recommend it. Here we got a horse trail. I could walk down that. I'll have to come back here for a horse trail video. I didn't know they had one in this area. So that's cool. For another future video, I'll do that horse trail. That'll be kind of cool. This might be a horse trail I'm on now too, because I see another blue color over here. So I may have been on a horse trail the whole time, but it's the first time I've seen the blue on the tree. So like I said, it's been a really long time since I've been here, and I think I always just went on the hiking trail, so there's a lot of new stuff for me on this trail that I haven't done before. The hiking trail kind of goes to some more interesting stuff, so that's why I tend to go on that trail a lot. But this is really this soft sand here. It's not sugar sand, just soft. Be really good for horses. It looks like it's getting a little bit more woodsy up ahead, so we'll see what that entails shortly. And I got to remind myself to keep walking slowly. Slow pace. Yes, I'm on a horse trail now. And there we go, the telltale evidence of being on a horse trail. Alrighty, onward, and I'll check back in later. This is a relatively dry area, but whenever you come across a little depression, which there is a little depression here, and there's some saw palmettos growing around it, that sometimes could be a sinkhole and maybe even a small cave entrance. I think it's just a small depression that water collects in when it rains, because it's really open around here. Everything probably just drains down into here, but I don't really see a solution hole or anything like that. But it's still interesting nonetheless. Another thing about being aware is watch as the geography and the topography changes. You know, that changes the whole landscape of what you're going to see. Different types of animals and things like that when the landscape changes. Little micro environments that certain animals need and like. Yeah, this was a pleasant surprise. I've never been on this trail before, so I didn't even know it existed. So, see, there's another depression over there where a lot of the water must drain down into. Alrighty. Onward again. I'm gonna have to head back. You know, I need to start saying I'm going for a long walk instead of a short walk, so that I give myself more time to not have to head home. But here's a fallen tree, and it looks like these are old water containers for horses. I guess they really don't use this trail much anymore. Or maybe there was a shed on here and you could hitch the horses to these poles and rest, but I'm sure they probably would have had some sort of you know, tub with some water or something like that. But it's a cool place to end the hike though, when you find something new and interesting. So I'm gonna head back. Time to get home and cook dinner and all that stuff. So, ooh, is this a fence over here? Hold on. Oh, if you ever see these, a lot of times when I'm hiking on the trail, they're not fire ant mounds. What they are is they're gopher mounds. The gophers, that's like the areas that underneath here is a bunch of tunnels with the pocket gophers, and that's where they come up and they just throw the dirt up on top. So, alright, horse trail, but there's fences here, another fence here. This is pretty interesting. I'm definitely gonna have to come back here when I have more time. So yes, I will be back here at some point. Very cool. Alright, Hike with Mike out.